Hello one and all, and it is I, once again, Mr. Cinema Junkie, and I'm here to bring you the greatest horror movies, in my opinion, of the 1970s. That's the decade I was born in. 1970 was the year of my birth, and along the years, I saw quite a few horror movies. I became a fan of horror when I was 6. Saw my first horror movie when I was 3, though. The rules on this one have changed a little bit from the 80s that I offered before. Number one, I didn't have to see these in the 70s. I was a little kid. A lot of them I didn't see in the 70s. Number two, yes, a lot of these may have spawned sequels. But there is no way that I could leave them off the list. These were the epitome of the 1970s. These are what made the 70s fun. So to leave them off the list would be doing a huge injustice to this list. So let's get this show started with the very first horror movie I saw at the tender age of 3.
It's alive. It's alive.
Can you hear me? It can't be saved. It's gotta die.
It's alive. It's alive.
Why are you so anxious to be the one to do it?
It's alive.
Doctor! David's out here!
It's alive.
Now, nobody knows how this thing happened. It's really a matter of speculation, and I think perhaps that's for the best. After all, if we find out that the cause is medication that we manufacture and it was administered over a long period of time, well,
What do your interests recommend?
absolute destruction of this thing.
It went down the storm drains.
That's how it can travel the length of the city without anybody seeing it.
Don't touch me. Don't you touch me. They stole my baby. Come on, get down.
Did you see it? Did you see? What does it look like?
What are you
Get
afraid
those
of?
cameras out of my face, please. I got no comment. That had nothing to do with this.
Will you get that thing out of my face? Get out of the way.
He could have killed you. You know why he didn't? You know why he didn't kill you?
Look out, Charlie!
You've never been exposed to radioactivity in radioactive material or undergone extensive x-rays.
No, Doctor, I told you.
We can't rule out genetic damage.
Let go of
My department has already cautioned the police about excessive violence. If it could be dispatched with a bullet or better still, some kind of a gas. Undoubtedly, it is very small, and any kind of bodily harm, especially from gunshots or explosives.
In other words, you want me to sign away the body, is that it?
Well, it's your right. After all, you are the child's father.
Stop firing!
It's Alive was one of those environmental movies that showed what happens with all the pollution in the air. The baby that the lady gave birth to was affected by pollution, became a mutant, came out, killed everybody. I remember my mother and my dad took me to go see this movie after I had some heinous injury to my arm. My mom was pregnant with my brother, and she insisted that we leave halfway through the movie. She didn't want to stay. She was freaking out too much. She thought watching this movie was going to affect my brother in her womb. I think she was right. Next up is a movie that, to this day, no matter how tacky the acting is, no matter how tacky the clothing is, no matter how 70s this movie is, the end always gets me. I know it's coming, but the end, to this day, still gives me chills.
It's the night of the senior prom. The Bates High School gym is alive with excitement. Everybody is there, even Carrie White, the girl no one likes.
We're all sorry about this incident, Cassie.
It's Carrie!
And everyone makes fun of her. The girl who lives in that creepy house with her crazy mother.
Help the sinning woman see the sin of her days and ways. Show her that if she had remained sinless, the curse of blood would never have come on her.
The girl with the strange power.
If I concentrate hard enough, I can move things.
But tonight, no one will laugh at Carrie.
If you don't have a date to the prom next Friday, would you like to go with me?
She's with the best-looking boy in the senior class.
He's trying to trick me again.
She'll be voted queen of the prom.
You know, I can make sure that you don't hurt Carrie White anymore.
For Carrie, it will be a dream come true. For everyone else, it will be a nightmare. Carrie. A new film by Brian De Palma. Based on the chilling bestseller. Starring Sissy Spacek, Piper Laurie, and introducing John Travolta in his first motion picture role. If you have a taste for terror, you have a date with Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie was one of those movies that kind of showed you not to mess with the nerdy kid. Don't pick on the nerd, okay? You never know. You just never know. One of my favorite things in the 70s was to go visit my dad. My mom and dad got a divorce right around the time I was like 4 or 5. So as I got older, I got to go visit him where he had moved to. One of the plus things about visiting my dad was that he wasn't real strict on what I watched. He didn't care. I could watch anything I wanted. My mom, on the other hand, was the one that was like, you're not watching that. No, no, no. So when I would go visit my dad, that was my time to cut loose. He's like, what do you want to do tonight? I want to go to a movie. What do you want to see? I don't know. He'd throw me a paper, tell me to pick a movie. I'd pick whatever looked good, and it was usually a horror movie. So these next few titles that I'm going to show you are ones that I saw in the drive-in with dear old dad.
The loving daughter.
You get all A's now.
I will, Papa.
A hard worker.
You're the nicest girl in the whole class, and you're worth 20 of those spoiled rich kids.
An A student.
Jennifer is our scholarship girl. No background at all.
They give scholarships to the ones that don't fit in.
But the rich kids don't like her.
That hillbilly smells, my dear.
Jennifer, you're not used to our ways, are you, dear?
Oh, no, wait a minute. You mean the rich over the right?
The rich are always right.
They're doing bad things to her.
Hey, Jennifer. Please give me back my clothes.
They're trying to get rid of her.
I really don't think you belong here, Jennifer. And I'm personally going to see to your departure.
Jennifer has a past she doesn't want to remember.
When you was a little gal, Jenny, you used to feed him yourself.
Please, Papa, forget him.
A knowledge she doesn't want to believe.
All of the congregation, even the old folks, was amazed at your power.
It was wrong. You know it was wrong.
And a power she doesn't want to use. But they just won't leave her alone. And now they've made her mad. Jennifer. She's a holy terror.
Jennifer. It was kind of like a Carrie ripoff. You know, girl has secret powers. She can do things with her mind. In this one, though, she kind of had this thing like a religious deal where she controlled snakes. I haven't seen the movie since I saw it in the drive-ins. I don't remember all the details. I do remember it being kind of slow. But once it started picking up, it really grabbed my attention. I would definitely try. I would love to watch this movie again. It's been so long since I've seen it. It's probably hokey as hell, but hey, that's the 70s, man. Jennifer was shown, I remember, as a double feature with this next movie.
Every year, hundreds of young people travel the country and disappear. God help those who get caught in the tourist trap. Tourist trap, where beautiful young people looking for excitement are tricked, terrorized, trapped. Tourist trap. Shock you can see. Terror you can feel. Heart-stopping suspense that makes this the nightmare that never ends. Something crazy's going on at the tourist trap.
I remember after I saw Tourist Trap, I couldn't go into a department store without getting a little weirded out by the mannequins. I always thought they were watching me. There's just something really creepy about dolls, mannequins, things that are supposed to be inanimate, but they're moving and coming at you. That's unnerving. And Tourist Trap had that. This next movie started my big kick on the combination of martial arts and horror.
Against black magic in the greatest battle of all time. As the seven brothers and their one sister meet Dracula. Drink the blood of the virgins and turn them into zombies. You haven't seen Kung Fu until you've seen the seven brothers and their one sister in action against Dracula. 10,000-year-old monster disintegrate before your eyes as the seven brothers and their one sister meet Dracula.
The Seven Brothers Meets Dracula was the title that I saw it under. Found out later that it was actually titled Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. It was a Hammer film, had some mediocre kung fu in it, and a couple of short appearances with Dracula. He possesses the body of a Chinese monk, and the Chinese monk is able to walk in the daylight and all that other good stuff. So that's how he gets around. It's kind of a trippy movie. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I actually own a copy of it. So, and yes, I saw Seven Brothers Meets Dracula with this next title, and this title fast became my all-time favorite title. It was a title that my mom went to go see with some friends. She came home and told me all about it. Then I was like, "Can I see it?" She's like, "Hell no, you're not going to see it. No way." So she left a lot to my imagination. I had to think of all the things she told me, and I knew I had to see this movie. Sure enough, go visit Dad. My wish was his command.
Phantasm. Is it a nightmare? Phantasm. Is it an illusion? Phantasm. Is it an evil?
You have to take me home.
But why?
No questions. You must take me home.
Phantasm. Is it a fantasy? Phantasm. Is it alive?
There was nobody driving.
Whatever it is, if this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead. Phantasm.
Phantasm was that movie, and I've said it several times before. Scared me to the point where I couldn't sleep at night. I don't know what it was that it unnerved me so bad about that movie. But all I know is that I felt like that movie could actually happen to me. It had that kind of effect on me. And because of that, it has become a long-time favorite of mine. Probably one of my most favorite movies of all time.